I'm Steve, the Managing Director of Tasty Tubs Limited. It really opened my eyes up to a different way of doing business, challenged my thoughts about myself as a business person, what I wanted to achieve from my business, and ultimately how I could go about achieving these things that I never really thought about. Working with Tim, it's enabled me to step out of the business, re-educate myself, look at gaining the skills that I need to continue running the business. Also gave me the confidence to employ staff who had skills in areas that I didn't. And so me stepping back from the day-to-day running the business and instead managing a team of people with skills greater than my own in those areas, it's really benefited the business.
It was really clear that Steve had already done an awful lot of things right. He'd built his previous business to 2 million turnover and then sold it. He'd built this business to 1 million turnover, had 8 staff. He was doing a lot of things really well. I think what I picked up is that he still had that self-starting desire to get involved in every area of the business. And that's great when you've got sort of 1 or 2 employees, but when you've got 8, 9 employees, then it gets less and less efficient. So it got to the point, I think by the time we met, he was really being run ragged by the business rather than driving the business forward and controlling what it did.
So I was often working a good 60 to 70 hours a week, which for many business owners they might think that's not much for growing a business, but of course we had the twin boys that had just been born and I was trying to support my wife with that at home and not wanting to miss out on the early years with them as well. So I was often also working evenings and weekends, just trying to keep on top of everything at work. So I've been using Tim for a little over 2 years now, and our last financial year we did net £1.75 million, which is nearly double in 2 years, which is fantastic. We've got 18 staff. The majority of those are in new positions, which are in what I call office or admin type positions. It's an entirely different picture. Gross profits, very pleasingly, are up 62% as well, which is fantastic.
The thing that stood out is that he had actually become the logjam of the business. So he was the thing that was holding the business back in terms of efficiency, and he needed to be able to delegate and trust other people that he could delegate tasks to properly so that he could release him to grow the business and drive it forward.
So all of my department heads, they have processes and systems in place that they follow. Like I said, the KPIs and the dashboards that report back to me on all of the most important bits of the business that I need to know are running as I want them to run. We've got induction systems for new members of staff, and the communication previously was minimal, and communication now is very good. Yes, I'm now working on the business and in the business when as necessary, but around 40 hours a week. So I'm working Monday to Friday, 9 till 5. I cycle into work now, so that keeps me nice and healthy. Have weekends free, so we spend lots of time with my wife and the boys. But one of the things that Tim has taught me is that there is a lot more to business than just price. There's the customer services, the range of products that you offer, and so on. So it's really majoring on the other things that we offer the customers. And yeah, like I said, we took the move to put our prices up, only marginally, but across 700 products, it makes a big difference to us.
In terms of where the business goes from here, I'm convinced that the best is yet to come. I think the big change in the last 6 months in particular is a realisation on Steve's behalf that his key role now is to look after the team. What Steve's doing about leadership as well as management, how he's looking after his team leaders, how he's looking after all the people that work for him and the customers. And really that's just moving from strength to strength.
So for anybody looking to hire an action coach, I would definitely 100% recommend it. I was very sceptical to begin with, but I'm completely sold on what they can help you achieve within your business. There will be many ways that you won't have even thought of that I believe that he would be able to help you both in your personal life and in your business.